I recently had the honor of taking photos for a local festival that promotes different cultural vendors and different cultural dances and displays. And while every festival is going to be different, I think there's a few things I can tell you that are going to be beneficial to actually have with you or to actually do when you are there. So for context, I was taking pictures at the BollyWood Monster Mashup Festival, and it was in Celebration Square in Mississauga. Now, this festival is also free to people who are coming along, but for anyone who wants to get involved, there are things that you can do that are paid or vendors if you want to buy food. So for me, my job was mostly capturing the vendors, and then I captured a little bit of the other stuff too to get like the whole story and to get like a full kind of like set of photos to actually be able to use. So one of the first things I would recommend doing to make your life a little bit easier at festivals like this, regardless of how big or small they are, is make sure you have two cameras. There's a couple of reasons for this. First off, if you have two cameras, you are able to have two different lenses available at any given time. So for me, I had two available every single time, which was the 24-70 2.8 and the 70 to 200 2.8. I didn't use the 70 to 200 nearly enough, but I still did use it when I needed to, and it still came in handy. So it's always useful to have two on with you. You can also have a harness, like the ones that look like kind of like a gunslinger, to be able to walk a little bit easier with them and have them on all day, because I actually had them on for the entire time I was there both days. I was there for like I think 4 hours the first day and then like 6 hours the next day. So yeah, it does help a lot, and it keeps it a little bit more secure than just having it on camera straps around your chest the entire time. Now, the second thing is one that I actually don't talk about nearly enough, which is actually having a GoPro or some kind of action camera on your harness. So I'll put footage on throughout this video about stuff I took at the festival or actual photos I took. But having a GoPro or action camera right here is beneficial because you are able just to enable it right away, because it is able to capture some unique experiences very quickly. So for example, when I was near the front stage, I was able to capture stuff when the main performer was there. I was able to capture stuff when I was taking shots for the vendors, like BTS shots. And the best part is, since you have it on like a wide range lens sometimes, you are able to get yourself taking the picture, and people can actually kind of get like a first person view of your experience and of what you're doing. And especially these things have audio, so you're able to kind of get what people are saying to you or what you're saying to them. It's extremely useful to do this because you are able to create content without really having to do anything. And even if so, you're able to get some extra clips that you can throw into videos like this, or you can do things with them that you would otherwise not have if you just only use your cameras. Now, here's another two items that I think you should really have, because it'll depend on what day you had. And I honestly had to use both because it was kind of crazy. One is a portable fan, like a small one. It's very, very useful to have, because if you are able to cool down your cameras, that's one thing, because your cameras might overheat in such crazy heat, because that's why I'm wearing a cutoff right now. It's like 40 degrees in Canada, which is crazy. And also because it's able to cool you down. Like for me, I was drenched in sweat. Like if I show you my shirt that I was using, like my official shirt, yeah, it was drenched. It has sweat marks now. It was insane. So yeah, having a actual portable fan will make you just feel better and will probably save you from, you know, getting sick, getting injured, etc. And if you have like a small little hand strap that you can put onto like your GoPro area or something where you can put it somewhere, just do it, because you will not regret it. And I definitely did use it more than I thought I would. Now, the second to go along with that is kind of the flip side of that, which is if it rains. Because on the second day, it was very hot, and then at some point, it just completely downpoured. Again, I'll show you clips. It was crazy. Like, it was literally to the point where it was hazardous to go out with my cameras, because I would probably damage my cameras. So having an umbrella is very, very useful, because if you're stuck somewhere where there's not as much coverage to like be able to shield you from the rain or the elements, an umbrella is absolutely crucial. Definitely get one that's stronger, because those ones are going to be just safer. They're not going to be able to like crumple or go flip upside down with the wind. I got a really good one off AliExpress, and it was fantastic. I love that thing. So definitely recommend that. Another thing I think you should definitely get, because like I said, this is really sunny, really hot these 2 days, is have a HIDA filter with like the one that has a CPL and the VND, or at least one of the two, like a VND or a CPL. But honestly, the VND is probably the biggest thing that you should take, because you are able to get a lot of content really easily. And if it's really hot, you're going to be cranking up your shutter speed and doing a lot of things to compensate for, you know, having such bright light everywhere. Trust me, I was doing that at some points, and at some points I had my HIDA filter on too. So highly recommend having that with you, just to make it a bit easier and not, you know, go crazy with settings and end up screwing up a lot of your photos in the meantime. Now, with festivals as well, you are going to get some exclusive access that you are not able to get if you were just attending. So this is like the next part of the video, where you're able to get these experiences. Now for me, I'm able to go pretty much anywhere I want. I can go to the back where all the performers are, all the staff basically are, and I'm also able to go around and just pretty much do whatever I want. Obviously take advantage of that. Go get these unique angles, go behind people's stalls where you are able to get like their experience, like their view of people lining up and things, because those are unique experiences that are not going to be like shown to a lot of people, and it just looks really good if you can get a good angle. Now going to the main stage, you also want to take advantage of this as well. Like I've taken shots where it's really far, so you can get like the actual look of the crowd and how filled it is, to be able to show, you know, people are enjoying it and people are actually showing up to the event. But I also took advantage of being able to go on stage and take some unique shots where I'm right next to the performers who are there. So the singers who were there, and especially there's one who is really well known in India. I'll put her name on screen because I don't want to butcher it. I'm pretty sure it's Jyoti Tangri or Tangri, sorry. I think her famous song is Palo Ladke, but basically her song was really good and she has a very good vocal range. So I wanted to get some unique shots and some unique looks when she was performing throughout the I think 2 hours that she was on there. So I went up on stage pretty much like parallel from her, and then also right in front of her when she was like above me basically on stage. So if I'm here, then she's like above me here. Then I got some really good unique shots with all the lighting and the smoke and, or sorry, I should say haze and all that other stuff. I do recommend taking advantage of going and just going everywhere on stage that you're allowed to, and going everywhere in front of the stage and back and forth and everything, getting those variety of shots to be able to capture the performances and the skill of those performances and the crowds as well, to make those opportunities look really good and those performances look really good. Because trust me, if you are able to show that in a camera and kind of give that story when you are showing everyone your photos, you are able to make everyone, you're going to be able to show that you obviously know how to take photos, but also because the attendees will be more likely to come next time because it looks popular, and the people who are organizing it will also really like it because it shows they're doing a good job, and also that the event was successful and people actually were enjoying it. So one of the conditions, for example, was also to try to get shots where there's really no grass on the photos, like it's barely visible and it's filled with crowds. So there's ways to take it where maybe you're angling up a little bit, or you are able to focus on people so it's more full, or you capture people's reactions where it looks interesting and people are going to be like, okay, this is unique. Especially for this festival in particular, they had branding everywhere for the BollyWood Monster Mashup. So if you can get that and you can get people's reactions and get, a large scale people with that branding, it illustrates the story very, very nicely for pretty much everyone I mentioned previously. Now let's go back to what I talked about the vendors for a second. So in my duties in this festival, I was tasked to basically take the vendors, like I said. So let's just say what happens when you are not able to get those shots. Well, I do recommend still taking pictures of the vendor regardless, because they'll be happy that they could use something that you captured and you were able to at least show that they were there and that they had a unique stall, and maybe people were just not able to find them, or maybe people were missing out. So if you take at least the pictures of the vendors, it will still be better than nothing. And also, let's say if there's a very little crowd or almost no crowd, I still think take the picture, like I said, because you are able to frame it in such a way that it looks full. If you even have a family who is there just buying a dish of food, then you are zooming in and you're able to make it look more full. That looks like it's full of people wanting something. And if you're able to just capture people passing by even, sometimes it can look like that too. There's different ways to do it, and it's not dishonest. I think it's just ways of framing something differently. It's just ways to make it look better, and you are not doing it in an unethical way, in my opinion. As long as you're not literally adding people in and you're making it look very unnatural, then that's another thing. One other thing you could do that's a little bit more manufactured, but I think it's still perfectly fine, is asking people who bought something or who are even just checking out the stall is if you can take a picture of them. I did ones where a family was posing, like a mom and kids and stuff. They're just posing in front of my camera and in front of the stall. So they looked happy. Everyone was seeing the branding, all that stuff. It looks good. And I think that's another shot that's worthwhile taking. This will obviously depend on festivals, but since this one had a lot of food vendors, it was crucial to get these kind of shots because people were always buying food from different places and checking out different stalls. So this is my experience for the BollyWood Monster Mashup. I really enjoyed it and I think it was awesome. I mean, the only thing that kind of put a dampener was the weather, honestly. But then again, it made it interesting nonetheless. So yeah, it's an awesome festival. So if you are in the Mississauga area, definitely check it out. But also do take these two into account if you are doing photo, video, or if you're doing any kind of festival, to be honest, because I think these are absolutely crucial. Like, you're gonna have a lot of easy stuff with some of the equipment and some of the methods I talked about. And this wasn't my first festival, so there's some experience that I'm talking about that has played from like Veld and other things where I've done those in the past. That being said, go with whatever works for you. And these are just things that work for me that I think would be helpful to you. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed. If you want to see another cool video, check out this one over here or check out the channel right over here. Also, if you want to hit me up on social media, it'll be somewhere on screen right now, so hit me up. And if you have any questions based on stuff like this or other things, be sure to let me know. I'd always love to chat with any of you. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you next video. Peace.